Tri-State outing. Visit your Tri-State area outing deal today. As the Knicks, with a very gallant effort, shorthanded, no Jalen Brunson, end up falling. Only 21 points in the fourth quarter. They go down to the Clips 106-95. I'm Bill Pito. Great to have you with us. So the Knicks now have a 3-game losing streak. No Jalen Brunson. Emmanuel Quickley was excellent again as a starter. Julius Randle only 5 of 24 from the floor. R.J. Barrett only with 11 points. So the Knicks, despite a great effort, great job on defense, for only the 5th time all year, they're unable to get to at least 100 points. The problem all game long was the struggles on the offensive end. And of course, the Clippers have an elite talent, still elite. Kawhi Leonard showing that he is, if not back to 100% off the ACL injury, we don't know what 100% is, because he was absolutely fantastic. He had 19 of his 38 in the third quarter. The 38 points for Kawhi Leonard, his second highest point total of the entire season. His season high is 44. He goes for 38. He got some help from Paul George, Marcus Morris, the former Knick, also in double figures. Those were the only 3 Clips in double figures, but it's enough to beat the Knicks 106-95. The Knicks struggling on offense, 3-point shooting, 7 of 31. Did well on the boards, but again, the problem trying to compensate without Jalen Brunson. Although Emmanuel Quickley, we need to talk about his performance. He comes into this game, obviously, 6 for his last 27. He's now, as a starter, he started 13 games, and another great start for him. He came into this game in his 12 previous starts, averaging about 19 a game. He goes for 26 in this one. Definitely the Knicks' best player. He goes 8 of 18 from the floor, 3 of 8 from downtown, and by far the Knicks' best player. For more now to the guys who called it here on MSG, Ed Cohen and Alan Hahn. Guys, take it away.
All right, Bill, thanks so much. Yes, you're facing a Clippers team that's starting to really click right now. Knicks, they're down by 10 in the first quarter, come back to take the lead in the second. Their bench was great, but Alan, you made a great point about Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. When you stagger those guys and they can beat you on their own with the other complementary pieces, makes it really hard. The Clippers right now have won 3 straight. Knicks felt the brunt against both stars here tonight.
Yeah, no question. And of course, you know, again, we mentioned the Kawhi Leonard third quarter, that 19 points where he just turned the game around with his play and him just being aggressive, and that player that the Clippers are hoping that they're going to now get through the rest of the season and into the playoffs. But also what Paul George was able to do defensively a lot of times. Marcus Morris defensively, this was for the Clippers the plan, a physical game, and also one where you bottle up Julius Randle, frustrate him with physicality, make someone else beat you. Emmanuel Quickley did find his game, and that's an important aspect of this as you're trying to find the positives even after a loss.
Paul George, all-star again this season. Paul George delivering on both ends of this one here tonight as the Clippers win again, their 3rd straight win, and looking as dangerous as any team right now in the West.
Yeah, and again, the 1-2 punch, this is everything that they've been looking forward to, and these two players haven't spent a lot of time on the court together. But when they are together, they are a very good team. They're a lethal offense, and both guys obviously bring it defensively as well. This is what they're starting to see. This is what the Clippers hoped they would look like, and have also made some. Let's not also forget the additions they made at the trade deadline, adding more depth to this team, has got them ready now and primed for a run in the postseason. We don't talk a lot about the Clippers. There's a lot of teams we talk about in the West, and obviously the Phoenix Suns loading up. But here's a team that people are going to start talking about now that we're seeing Kawhi Leonard play classic Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, you think about Emmanuel Quickley. That was the big theme for us before the game. And the Knicks right now, you have that game in Boston in double overtime that you win. You come back against Charlotte, they were gassed. And then in Sacramento, you fly across the country. It's a long trip. In those 2 games after Boston, Emmanuel Quickley really struggled. But to start this game, looked different and more focused, especially offensively here today.
Yeah, and it was important for him to make a couple of shots right out of the gate, and that was also good. He got an easy layup on a backdoor. That was important. But then after that, knocked down a couple of 3-point shots. A great ball movement you see right here. The Knicks really moved the basketball well in this game, and for a lot of times their offense really was clicking. And Emmanuel Quickley was a big reason for it. Once he got into that rhythm, once you saw the joy back in his game, the smile back on his face, well, you started to see the Emmanuel Quickley that we have grown accustomed to seeing over the last couple of months as he has emerged as a top candidate for 6th man of the year. But remember, when he does start, he can fill in and play those minutes. And speaking of minutes, how about 42 minutes that he played tonight? And he had to give him everything with a double-double, 10 rebounds from the guard position.
Big word in this one, physicality. We saw it again here tonight. This is a Knicks team still no one wants to face because of what you're going to have to endure with each game. But the rebounding in particular, another big night for the Knicks on the offensive glass. But unlike recently, and certainly the last two games, it's been a theme. When you can't convert those second chance opportunities, you're getting rebounds because you're not making shots. You can't find a way to convert after that. It's going to be a struggle, and Knicks had the opportunities but couldn't cash in against the Clippers.
5 of 18 on those second chance opportunities, so you're getting the offensive rebound, and that is great. You want that kind of effort, but of course the finish is very important. Finishing in the paint against a team like the Clippers, again, they're showing themselves here. They've got big, strong bodies, whether it's Zubac or it's Plumlee out there, and then Morris comes out there, and you got long arms from Kawhi Leonard, Paul George. It's not easy to finish in the paint against this team, but as you try to find the positives, you love the effort to get after them. You're missing shots. Don't put your head down. Just keep working. Tom Thibodeau will look at this at the tape, and he will see a team that fought just like it fought in the second half against Sacramento. It's the offense that is still getting the shots it has been getting. They're not going down, starting with your star player.
Knicks fall in this one. Final score in L.A., 106-95 against the Clippers.